This is America in Space, a weekly news and information program on current events dealing with the space industry.
Welcome, and thanks for joining me today. I'm Dawn Meyer, Space Coast News Editor. Astrobiology studies the origins and future of life in the universe. NASA is hoping to entice space fans of all ages and abilities to learn more about the field of astrobiology in an ambitious and successful outreach program of graphic novels. The latest issue, titled Astrobiology 9, The Study of Our Search for Life in the Universe, talks about the journey to becoming an astrobiologist. It presents everything from what to study in school to opportunities for starting a career as a scientist. If you aspire to become an astrobiologist or are just curious to know more, this issue is your guide. Here is Aaron Gronstall, the author, to tell us more about it.
My name is Aaron Gronstall, and I work for the Astrobiology Program Office at NASA. Let's see, my background's in geomicrobiology. I did kind of start with NASA as a scientist, and that kind of developed into other things. I've been drawing pretty much all my life. My mother is a visual artist. She does a lot of work in inks and watercolors, and was kind of just self-taught. And I did kind of joke that I finished my PhD in geomicrobiology and then went back to being a 14-year-old in my pajamas drawing comics in my bedroom. Comic books were definitely kind of one of my dreams growing up. Astrobiology is the study of the origins of life on Earth and the potential for life elsewhere, and it includes a wide range of different disciplines and scientists and different scientific questions, and the graphic histories were just a good way to kind of gather all of those disciplines and those individuals together and present the content in a way that was more accessible to the general public, I think. The idea is that you should be able to look at the page without any text and get a story out of it. And you should be able to look at the text and get a story out of it. And they're telling the same thing but from different angles. Sometimes without even realizing it, you're digesting the same information in two different ways at the same time. And it can be a really powerful teaching tool. Once the script is all together, I sit down and start the actual drawing. And I work in pencil and ink by hand. A lot of people work purely digitally, but I do, pen on paper up through the inking stage. I work first in blue pencil, and then pencil on top of that, and then inking the pencils. By doing the blue pencil, you can kind of get the sketchy outline of things to begin with. But then once you scan, adjust the contrast and make those lines disappear, so then you can just pull out the ink work at the end. And then that goes in the computer, and all the coloring takes place there. Once the layouts are complete, get all the kind of digital files together, and those go off to the printer, and then we start getting proofs from the printer and approving the actual final product. It's been really nice to kind of do this and have people appreciate it and enjoy being in it, and which is one reason we go and get permissions from everybody. I want the scientists to enjoy this. I want them to look at this and be like, look, there I am as a cartoon and that kind of thing. And it's great that it's gone over so well with the science community. And one of my favorite things with it as an outreach tool has been at the conferences where the scientists are present, and I encourage people that are picking them up, you should go around and get, Dave Deemer to sign, and you should get I think especially for some of the young career people, they've said that that's been actually a really good way to go up and approach a scientist whose work they know, but they're kind of afraid to go up and just talk to Vicki Meadows, even though Vicki's wonderful and she's really easy to talk to. But going up with the comic and saying, hey, can you sign your image? And it's a talking point that doesn't necessarily come up in scientific fields all that often.
Astrobiology 9 is available as a free PDF download to your laptop, desktop, tablet, or mobile device at NASA's online site astrobiology.nasa.gov under Graphic Histories. The complete series is free for download. Thank you for joining me, and thank you for listening from your home or where you work. Listen each Tuesday for This Week in Space with John Gomez. And join me every Friday for America in Space. From the Florida Space Coast, I'm Dawn Meyer, Space Coast News Editor for About Space Today.
Thanks for listening. Be sure to share our program with your family and friends and follow us on Facebook. Join us each week for news and information on America in Space.